was a majestic sight. Undeniable proof of the song's rising power. A noble ruler, and the flourishing of
Today's
gifted
banquet
minds.
hosts, honored talents invited by the Emperor. We must be very careful. How are the preparations?
A brief
Nothing out of order?
respite.
If any fruit or vegetable lacks freshness, return it to the kitchen for replacement. Quickly now, fresh tea for our honored guests.
Mozi once built a wooden kite, 3 years to make, and 1 day to fall. Now the kite I've made can not only soar for days, scouting the enemy day and night without rest, it can also harness the firestone, whistle out commands, and lead the battle charge. But when has there ever been a kite that soars forever? Still, even if it does fall one day, what is more important is how high it once flew and how far. I have already reported to the prefect. The Jinming, once the guests are seated, This year, the celestial phenomena are unusual. The cherry blossoms in the Imperial Garden are blooming. Such a magnificent scene. And the quintident, if we don't enjoy the flowers and feast, wouldn't it be a waste?
What I heard is that military pay was delayed since the Kaifeng currency crisis, and the quintident worship couldn't be finished on time. Hosting a banquet here? You're not really admiring cherry blossoms.
Seeing through everything. You're not simple. The prefect, under the guise of watching the naval exercises, is hosting a banquet for distinguished guests here. Indeed, it's to raise military funds and prepare for the southern camp. Now with the internal strife in Qinghu, they can't even take care of themselves. Our army will march southeast and surely seize the middle reaches of the Yang. By then, the upstream Shu Kingdom, the downstream Tang Kingdom, and if we can use the power of the Navy to intimidate them, they will surely provide the military.
What a brilliant move to scare the tiger by striking the mountain. I wonder, between Shu and Tang,
Both countries have now sent envoys, who linger around the Imperial Garden under the pretext of pretending to tour is merely to spy on the naval strength of Jinming Pool. Prefect's banquet happened to fulfill their wish. As for who is the mountain and who is the tiger, that will the invitation is here. Please deliver it for me, as long as the message is delivered. There's no reason. Once the guests are seated, the banquet can begin.
Today's banquet hosts, honored talents invited by the Emperor. We must
Undeniable proof.
Don't stray too far, little one.
Everyone's gathered to see the opera.
this time, I will. Judging by your noble demeanor, you must be an envoy from another country. Am I right?
Good perception.
The governor is hosting a banquet at Baojin Tower and has specially sent me to invite the
Oh? I've long heard of the fine wines and delicacies of the great.
Mother, I'm tired.
The Jinming Pool Navy is truly extraordinary.
Greetings.
Greetings, young hero. I am young hero.
The governor has prepared a banquet at Baojin Tower and
A banquet. This,
worthy of my son. Sir Han, what say you?
The general is here. Strangers keep out.
Sorry for the interruption.
It's been several days since we last met at the armory. And here, what artifact are you after this time?
General, don't tease me. Today, I am entrusted by the governor to invite you to a banquet at
So, it's about this matter.
The Quintident warship towers with 5-deck citadels and stands over 30 meters tall. This ship stands firm in the center of the army, as solid as a fortress. It is also equipped with 6 smashing nearby boats, big and small.
This massive warship is so huge, sailing from the north to the Shanghai region. If the waterline changes, how do we stabilize the center of gravity?
Minister Gu has great insight. When sailing from the Bian River system into the Jianhuai region, the difference in water density causes uneven ship draft lines. Wei Dynasty Quintident relied on manual sand and stone ballasting for balance. But speed is crucial. Switch to water tank ballast, draw and discharge water locally, and adjust the water line as easily as moving your arm. In this way, this ship can travel between the northern and southern waterways, as if entering an unguarded land.
Good. In the past, when the Sui dynasty conquered the Qin dynasty and unified the north and south, lost to time, with the aid of the contraption techniques of the Moorgate, it has finally reappeared. Once the final batch of military pay arrives, the southern expedition can be launched within 10 days. Honored envoys, although Shu and Tong follow the calendar of our great Song, Song regards both countries as brotherly. You've always been diligent with the annual tribute of money and grain. Now, Nanping and Wuping are in turmoil. The military governor of Wuping has sent commoners of Jinghu are in dire strait. Bashu and Jiangnan are both along the Yangtze River, so they are likely to be generous in aiding.
Jiangnan has already exhausted its national resources, having paid tribute 3 times countless gold, silver, and silk fabric.
Lord Zhao, the military funds required by the Great Song have been transported with the Shu Kingdom's fleet. It is currently stationed outside the Huilong post, ready for delivery at any moment. Only 2 requests for the Song dynasty to fulfill. First, once the Song occupies the Yangtze River, they must not advance westward first. Second, they must hand over the restoration diagram of the 5-toothed warship to the Shu.
Okay. Someone! Since the 2 countries have already made a treaty, General Rong, please hand over your talisman and lend it to the Shu envoy for a while.
The Baotian Tower is a majestic sight. Undeniable proof of this.
General, why do you look so worried?
Young hero, you are ignorant. He fell ill a few days ago. I sent people multiple times. Since you are a guest of honor of General Rong, if you have the chance to inquire about his recent situation.
Lord Zhao, the diagram is the highest military secret of the Navy.
Right. Important. If we don't send troops now, once Jinghu is pacified, with you here today, isn't it heaven's will to aid me?
Speak. What do you want me to do?
Jinming Pul is currently concentrating its military forces for drills. In such a crucial military town, the envoy of Shu naturally brings only as you intercept the talisman on him before boarding. Board the ship first. The theft of the diagram not only would not count as a breach, I could also first accuse him of the crime of losing a talisman in the state of
Stealing from oneself. The thief cries thief.
Haven't you heard? Steal a hook and you're executed. Steal a kingdom and you're made. If we can swiftly unify the north and south, wouldn't...
Young hero, the Song's Quintident warship has already drained. If Bashu also obtains this map, Not only will it waste resources and harm the people, but the stalemate in the Yangtze River battle will
In that case, I'll make a trip and bring the diagram.
banquet is about to end. The Shu envoy will depart in Jinming Pool is currently conducting exercises heavily guarded. Please follow me, young hero.
Behold the coincident warship.
Exactly. The towering ship has 5 decks, stands over 100 feet tall, and can accommodate 1,000 warriors. 6 giant hammer poles are set up around, hanging high on all sides. And the ship's hull is as majestic as a grand mansion. Once the giant hammer falls from above, the enemy ship will be shattered to pieces. Wang Jun's tower ship sailed down to Yizhou and dimmed the royal Jinling. It's been 5 years since Emperor Shuzong commissioned this pond for naval training in Kaifeng.
Breathtaking indeed.
This unprecedented in scale. I've returned my talisman. I can't go further from here. It's all on you now, young wanderer. The envoy of Shu has arrived at the palace hall. The Navy is conducting drills, and this place is heavily guarded. When approaching the Quintident, do not alert the garrison troops.
Can we get close to the envoy of Shu?
Naturally. We'll first survey the terrain, plan, and then... The water functions as a natural defense. Even the most excellent swimmer will not be able to swim that far. With this distance, even the best swimmer would be powerless. The flank is well guarded. They have even dispatched elite bugle soldiers. It would be unwise to attempt entry there. By then, the entire Jinming Pool will be on high alert, and the boarding passages will be sealed. A frontal attack is out of the question. The entire route is lined with officials and soldiers come to greet the later Shu envoy. An unwise charge will only alert the enemy. However, I've already left something for you to step on, at the mast of the Haihu ship and at the eaves of the hall. With this, you can spring upward and reach higher ground. Proceeding across the eaves, you could approach the water in front of the square quietly. The willows by the water will be your best cover when it comes time to dive. There is no way for us to get to the banks with all of those soldiers and officials around. Perhaps you could hold your breath and enter the outlet from underwater. This way, you will be able to approach their handover points and secretly obtain what you need to know. Before boarding the Quintident warship, make sure not to alert the official.
military funds are at Huilong Station. After obtaining the five-tooth warship diagram, we can finalize the deal.
I still need to stay here to oversee military drills, so I can only accompany you this far for now. Please, esteemed envoy, take my military talisman and head to the dock to board the warship. General Murong has been waiting for a long time. The diagram is on the top floor of the ship. As you inspect the warship, you can take it back with you.
The authentic blueprint is on board. We will stick to the plan.
Enemy sighted?
Your Highness, is this five-tooth warship really that powerful? Is it worth using so much military funds to exchange for a single diagram?
Why are you so unambitious? Haven't you thought about it? After occupying the middle reaches of the Yangtze, where should this great ship sail next? If not Jiangnan, then Bashu.
Your Highness, I understand.
What have you understood?
The meaning of today's banquet is, whoever doesn't pay up will be the next one to get hit.
Finally, some progress. This tribute of military provisions can ensure the peace of our Shu Kingdom for 3 to 5 years. Seizing this opportunity, if we work hard, we can also build this five-tooth warship. In the future, we might still be able to fight against Song.
Your Highness.
Why do you talk so much?
Your Highness, I wanted to ask, why do we have to personally board the ship to retrieve the diagram of the great warship? Could there be any trickery here?
What trick could there be? Even in war, envoys are not beheaded. Zhao Guangyi, that guy, killed 2 birds with 1 stone. Firstly, by showing off the five-tooth warship to us. Secondly, by taking the opportunity to retrieve the talisman. It seems the Zhao family is about to kill the donkey after grinding the flour.
By order, verify the boarding talisman.
Excuse me? How do I use this boarding talisman?
Sail to the military port on the opposite shore.
Enemy sighted?
Esteemed envoy, please board the ship and wait. Once the documents are exchanged, we will set off at once for the military port on the far bank and board the warship.
Stop!
Who's there?
Overconfident.
Stop!
Who goes there? You rebel! Who goes there? Who goes there?
Tell me, is General Wrong really the adopted daughter of General...
It can't be fake. Otherwise, how could the Tiger Talisman have...
Then why did she lock General Moorong upstairs?
I'm afraid General Moorong...
Shh. The troops are about to march.
Mercy! Mercy!
Who goes there? You rebel!
Keep a close watch on the ballast room. It powers the entire war.
I must say, that Lord's craftsmanship...
You've cut yourself off from family and friends. So you recall nothing. As though the past never occurred. Yet I cannot forget. Sometimes I wish I was the one who couldn't remember. Yon still Yon, Dad's still dead. Southern expedition? Quintident? None of that concerns us.
I don't have much time left. If someone... If we could get these... The four sons of the military are now divided. It all started when he became the emperor. The Yun regions remain unreclaimed. Hanging the portrait of the late Emperor high, refusing to serve the new dynasty, is nothing but a desire for death. Xiao Guangying refused to pacify and quell the rebellion. Brother Shi was the first to support the cause, but he broke his golden halberd, and people say he made weapons illegally, ignorant of the fact that if it weren't for secretly paying a lot... I trusted your family to me. But off to the southern front again. If it weren't out of spite for my betrayal.
Oil tanks with ignition triggers. If that ship blows... heaven help.
I didn't expect him to have actually snuck...
The command room is ahead! Let's search!
How about we ask General Murong if he's seen anybody suspicious?
He'll trust someone mad. The whole ship's General Murong's...
True. The entrance is already sealed, so finding him is just a matter of...
This floor panel looks like it opens.
We're in trouble, brother. He solved General Wrong's contraption. Tell the General, quick! Stop him at the ballast room. Can't let him...
Are you there?
Stop!
Give your name.
Yep.
How you been? Who's there?
For the realm.
Leave the quintident diagram. When Sui conquered Chen and unified the North, it was the quintident that secured the Yangtze. My goal in life has always been the pursuit of ingenuity and technical perfection. Born into chaos and eventually conquering the world. I should die without regret. But this path, the obsession is rooted too deep, and I find there's no turning back. Do you remember the Maoist teaching of non-aggression? Wage no war on the innocent. Serve no lords unjust.
tampered with the diagram. It's you who's trying to obstruct the Southern campaign!
What's done is done. No point in going on about it. Leave the quintident diagram. When Sui conquered Chen and unified the North, it was the quintident that secured the Yangtze. My goal in life has always been the pursuit of ingenuity and technical perfection. Born into chaos and eventually conquering the world. I should die without regret. But this path, the obsession is rooted too deep, and I find there's no turning back. Do you remember the Maoist teaching of non-aggression? Wage no war on the innocent. Serve no lords unjust. We find them now! Strike!
The Moa's wave rising! Poism, we find the town! When kings fail, the Moa's wave rises! Moism, we find the town!